The sea has never been friendly to man. At most, it has been the accomplice of human restlessness. Joseph Conrad. Hi everybody, Steve here, and welcome to Sunless Sea. And today we're gonna see, is it epic? This is the game that was released or set for this week's free game on the Epic Store Thursday morning. I'm going again till that this next Thursday morning. You guys should be seeing this on Monday if you're checking out my video. So you still got several days to check out this game for yourselves, see if you like it and want to keep it and play it. Now it seems to be kind of like an endless, I don't want to say endless runner, but even if you die, so to say, you just keep going and your progress seems to be continuous. So, but I think that's just my impression I got from the description. It seems to be some kind of exploration game, but that's about all I know. I didn't really look too much into this one. I really never do. But let's get in here and check it out. Should be loading us actually into a tutorial. The Principles of Coral enjoys a nice game of chess. Cool. And as usual, I don't know if I have my webcam in the right spot, so we'll figure that out as we go here. Do I have to click or something? Long loading screen. Here we go. And I am definitely blocking stuff, so let's try moving me down just underneath all that important looking information. Okay. So, we have hull information up there, fire information, food information, death information, it looks like even underneath that. Logbook in the bottom corner, book open in front of us, information in the top right looks to be resources. Okay. Alright, Captain's Making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was a dreadful inconvenience for everyone. Wow, okay, I don't know what I was trying to say there. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersee. Untersee. Choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. A past wreath in shadows. Decide later. Oh, okay. So we can choose our past or skip it, and opportunities, story events will then define it for us. Let's go ahead and pick. Choose a past. Decide who you were and what you want to be. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Who were you? Now you are a captain. Now you belong to the Untersee. But who were you before? Let's see. Street urchin. Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. You took to sea rather than graduate to larger crimes. That last big score was enough to buy a ship. Bonus to veils, a skill of subtlety and evasion. We could be a poet. Educated and articulate, you seek sensation at sea. How lucky you had a legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. This will give you a bonus to pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. Okay. Ooh, got a lot of options here. Veteran of the Captain of 68. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's armies lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. This will give you a bonus to iron, the skill of causing direct damage. Seems interesting. An ordained priest. You fell from grace. There is nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous... wow. I just can't read today. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z, you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to hearts, the skill of healing and morale. A natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to the Neath, the cavern where London lies, and now they take you out to Z. This will give you a bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. Actually, I kind of like the philosopher one. Either veteran, street urchin, or philosopher. I have no clue if one's easier than the other, especially for the first time playing. It doesn't hint at any of that. But let's try philosopher. Your acquaintance, the plausible surgeon, will serve as ship's doctor until you find someone better. Talk to him and find out why he went to Z. Okay. You were a natural philosopher, now you're a Z captain. Your a stranger quality has gone. Welcome to the world. You've gained 20 echo. You've gained 25 mirrors. You now have 1 plausible surgeon. Someone is looking for passage. Cool. Okay. Choose an ambition. Your father's bones. Your father was lost at Z. You never knew him, but you've often dreamed of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can of the Z. Write a masterpiece. Retire. Wealth. You know how it is to be poor. Now you want a mansion, servants, fine clothes, a family perhaps. A private kingdom. Establish a colony where you are absolute ruler. A utopia, perhaps. So I get to choose, but there may be... maybe someday, so alternative choice may come up. So we can pick one of these 3, and it... Oh, I can't even pick the 4th option. Didn't even notice that. I'm thinking fulfillment or father's bones. Let's do father's bones. Full fathom 5. Find where he fell and bring him home. When you found your father's bones, you can retire to victory. Explore fallen London to find your first clue. An occurrence. Your objective ambition qualities now. Find your father's bones and then retire. Cool. A last scrap of paperwork. A lot of stuff to pick here. Captain, an irregularity with the harbor master's office. They wish to know, what term of address do you prefer ashore? Okay, so we can be Madam. More Z captains choose this than you might expect. That's funny. Sir, Citizen, a term of address popular among those of egalitarian sentiments. My lord, perhaps you really do come from a noble family. Who's to know? My lady, perhaps you really... Okay, same thing. Captain will do perfectly well, sure, as well as at sea, thank you. We'll just go with Captain. Captain it is! A last piece of advice. Explorer, take chances. This captain will probably die. The Z is hungry, but each captain passes on lessons to the next. Cool. Alright, here we go. Choose your name. Well, of course, we just got to go with Steve. Can I put the exclamation in? All right, and our picture. Do we want the diving suit? Maybe smoking a pipe? Big mustache guy. That's awesome. Masked guy. Several different types of masked characters. Oh, he's got a big beard and a pipe. Might go with that guy. Though I like the top hats. Oh, we're totally this guy. All right. Your father's bones, a cold trail. Your father lost at Z so very long ago. The trail was cold, but now you have a lead. The gracious widow. It is said that she controls half the crime in London. It is said that she is 500 years old. It is said that she can distill spirits that delight the tongue and melt the flesh. It is said that she has paid for a memorial headstone to be set up for your father. What does she know? So, okay, your past is... So we can unlock an alternative option in the future. But let's go check this out. The Gracious Widow. Oh, I already read that part. The night under the earth. The widow receives you in utter darkness, blank as a bandage laid across your eyes. This is usual for the widow. Yes, she says, and her voice is oddly youthful. I have an interest in your father. I had hoped news of the headstone would bring someone looking, and here you are. I have an idea where his bones might be. Perhaps you will help me recover them. But I would like you to cover my expenses first. I need something for my tonics. Scintillac. You can find it in Port Cecil. I understand. You may go. Well, I said that kind of weird at the end, but yeah. So we need to bring her back Scintillac from Port Cecil, and she'll give us information. Okay. Okay, now what do we got to do here? I wonder. No, okay, we can't drag the map around. So story, this is where we can keep picking kind of the stuff we've been doing. Hold, this is information it looks like about our ship. We have 10 things of fuel. Oh, so that's what the engine temperature. And hunger is 0. Supply is 5. Terror is what that is, not death. You are far from light or hope. Terror is increasing rapidly. Hold capacity, 15 of 40. Hull is at full health, it looks like. That looks like speed, travel speed maybe. Invictus token. So I've already read a lot of stuff, and we're already more than 10 minutes into this. So I'll try not to spend so much time on the details. Again, I'm already greatly intrigued by this game. So if you're wanting a good story adventure with what this seems to be so far, definitely check it out. And as usual, links will be down in the description for you to get to it quickly. Okay, so let's remove this advice. So we can get rid of the tutorial just by selling that stuff. Okay, that's cool. Oh, hey, speaking of tutorial, your journal. Objectives and story progress are on the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon or click on the category heading to see details. Okay, close. Mariner, you know something of the Untersee? I don't know, it just feels like a French kind of word. I may be saying it completely wrong. Memories. A room above the blind helmsman. Natural philosopher. Okay, so this is just the stuff we picked. Okay. Officers. Your officers. Left-click and drag to assign officers, or right-click to speak to them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. So we have... Oh, so that little guy's a mascot. It's a comatose ferret. That is hilarious. Mostly it's immobile. Occasionally it's feral. Hearts +1. And then we have the plausible surgeon. He's probably won't saw the wrong limb off. That's awesome. Okay, it says the same things down here. So mascot, surgeon. Speak to. We attracted its attention. A weary roll of the eye. Play the eye roll says, play. I played once in the Happy Warren of London before you installed me in this floating coffin and made me eat dried food. Damn your play. It is an eloquent eye roll. So he's not happy about being our mascot. Okay, that was fun. I wonder what our surgeon friend has to say. Okay, hello, my dear. My dear, sit down carefully. Just let me tidy away these implements. We don't want any carelessness, do we? Okay, so we can't do this one. It's locked with a one-time secret. Unlocked with pages no more than 49. You have 26. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So we have 26. And as long as we're not 50 or above, we can do that in the future. Ask about his desires and ambitions. He's traveled much, seen all manner of wound and malady, but is there anything left for him to discover? Any place he wishes to go? The Chelonette. You know it? They collect corpses. He shifts in his seat. Vast, noble, complicated corpses. What I could learn. What I could see. My dearest captain, if we ever find ourselves in the Chelonette, I do hope you might see fit to release me from our arrangement. Somewhere in the far east of the Untersee. And anybody's welcome to comment and correct me or hint at the right way to say any of these words if they want to. I know I'm probably saying most of them wrong. Okay. And this verse. Someone on the docks wants to board your ship. Okay, so these are just alerts, and these are what we can look at here. I want to see about this person who wants to board our ship. Agree to carry the anxious university student to Hunter's Keep. He has no money, so the other captains have no interest, but he's a passionate youth and promises that his studies on Lorn-Flukes will be rewarding enough. Sure. Why not? We'll bring him along. Okay, welcome aboard. He jumps for joy as you agree to take him aboard. Thank you, please. Take me to Hunter's Keep right away. A Lorn-Fluke, a full dead Lorn-Fluke. Washed ashore. I'm doing my thesis on them. Do you know they can digest human memory? And I may never have a better chance to study one up close. Okay. Let's search London. So, man, we can do a lot here. I haven't even figured out how we set sail for anywhere. Though I haven't looked at everything yet, so. All right. Adopt a Blemmigan Gallivanter. A Blemmigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. I don't even know what that is, but we'll probably do it. Visit the Admiralty's survey office. They'll pay for information from the captains. Find out what and how. Visit the university. Can't do. Carouse in Wolfstack docks. Can't do. Hire on more crew. We could do. Put your ship in dry dock. We don't need to do that. Offer passage to a Tomb-colonist to be taken north. We're going to go north already anyways because of the other guy we just took. So let's do this. It's oddly difficult to die and fall in London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done. That's weird. Okay. So, we've taken on a passenger and earned us some money. I want to check out this Adopt a Blemmigan Gallivanter. Okay, a polite bow. You extend your hand and the Blemmigan leaps on. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers, and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. Cool. So it kind of looks like a weird tendril mushroom creature. Can be a mascot. One heart, mirrors and page. Let's speak to it real quick. It has made its home on a shelf in your cabin. It has built a nest from loose journal pages, the engineer's scarf, and a possible pilfered map. So entertain your Blemmigan. You can see the indentation of a porthole on the rim of its cap. It must have been pressing its face to the windows again. Is it bored? Okay. A ticklish thing. The Blemmigan flails and squirms as you tickle it. Its high-pitched warble is almost certainly giggling. When you stop to check that you're not actually hurting it, it wraps its tendrils around your fingers and pulls your hand back. Apparently, it is enjoying itself. Okay, cool. Let's get some advice. Oh, because that's the book. So we'll probably refer to that later. Okay. Gracious Widow, because we need that one stuff. Lodgings. Read the morning paper. Lock. Back to the rest of the city. Let's read the paper. The Unexpurgated Gazette, the magazine formerly known as the London Magazine, the spiteful trumpeter news. The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So we now have a recent news point. Cool. Let's figure out how we can set sail. Okay, so here is our ship. We can trade ships. How many echoes do we have? Oh, probably that's it right there? Yeah, definitely ain't doing any of that. Cost, trade. So we have a better ship. We ain't buying that one and gaining 500 echoes. No. Let's look at the shops. Okay, here you can buy fuel, supplies, ship equipment, and trade goods. Shops are displayed on the left. Click on one to see its wares. Okay, so these are all the different types of shops. We don't have a lot of money. I ain't gonna sell the book at this point. Okay. Oh man, if we had sell. Okay, so what the one person needs for the Father's Bone story, we can sell for 70 echoes eventually. All right, enough of this. Oh, hey, we can just close that. Setting Zale. Click on the launch button to leave port. All right, we spent way too much time just doing that. Chart, launch. Let's look at the chart. Okay. And that's what we were looking at before. Keyboard shortcuts, most icons, yep, have shortcuts. Let's launch. Movement. Use the WASD keys to move. Tap W twice to reach max speed. Tap S to slow down or reverse, and use the A and D keys to steer. All right, well, we know we need to go north. We got to be careful about engine temperature. 50 fragments gained. Cool. Discovered Hunter's Keep. Oh. Let's slow down and pause. Chart. We were dropping somebody off at Hunter's Keep. So let's see about docking up here. Repair, battle, toggle lights, full power to the engine. Oh, it's right there. Let's turn back. Oh, dock's right there. So we were good going past it. I know I spent a lot of time on the setup, but hopefully you guys have stuck with me because this game's going to be interesting. Okay, so circle of light to go to the port. Okay, slow down considerably. After a short time at Z, a lamp icon will appear above the logbook. It means that opportunities await you at the next port. Oh, okay. That light right there. Sweet. We're gonna need to buy more fuel possibly here. Click the dock button. And dock. Loading, loading. I think. Yeah. Dock. Okay. I guess when it was paused, I couldn't dock. All right. Okay. A hump of dark rocks, swathed in mist, like 100 other Uterzi islands, but there's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns, impossible green, and lush in the film. Okay. So interesting house. Oh, cool. So we're going to do a couple of things here, that's for certain. Let's start with this university student who came with us. We're going to go look at this Lorn-Fluke with him. It lies on the shore just beyond a hill. You can just make out the fluke's spikes over the grass. Okay, the anxious student rushes by you, whooping. But he stops on the hilltop, on the shore, standing before the mass of dead needles. is a drowny in a Nuncian postal uniform. He glowers up at you. This is not where the fluke belongs, the drowny cries in a plummy voice. It's to be taken elsewhere. It already has a delivery label. That means I have to deliver it. The student sneers. Sod your label. Captain, help me haul the beast to Station 3. My advisor at the college has arranged room there for its dissection and study. My work will benefit us all. Ooh. Okay. I mean, let's follow through with a university student. So let's transport it to Station 3. The Lorn-Fluke is tied, by very reluctant sailors, to drag behind your stern. On your deck, the ancient student twitches with delight. I can't believe what we have. I'm just... His hands tighten on the rails. The drowning postman stares up at you both. It's natural for corpses to grimace, but when the corpse is still alive and is actively upset at you, it is additionally distressing. Okay. That was cool. Let's go ahead and present ourselves at the house now. Well, actually, let's do the spy on the house. Since we get a bonus, 75% chance to see through the mist, the veil. Piano music drifts across the terrace. You peer through a half-open French window into a grand parlor. Grand in size, if a little reduced in style by dust and neglect. A dark-haired, pale-skinned young woman bends earnestly over a piano keyboard. Another, fair-haired, but unmistakably her sister, sprawls on the sofa with a book. A third sits by the fireplace, staring sorrowfully into the embers. Soon, she says, and the piano music falters and stops. We'll go hungry, and then the end will come for me, but not for you. The pianist raises her eyes from the keyboard. Hush, if we don't speak of it, she frowns. Has she seen you at the window? You withdraw. Okay, cool. We succeeded. You know something of Hunter's Keep, and we've gained 40 fragments. And you can combine fragments into a secret. Okay, cool. I guess present ourselves. I'm still curious. Let's present ourselves at the house. Knock and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women sit. A visitor, the youngest cries. You've been known to visit the 3 sisters of Hunter's Keep, so I've been here before. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? News. So we can only have lunch with one of them for some reason. Okay. I don't know. I kind of want to get back out on the water. We're spending a lot of time here. No shops, shipyard. Okay, okay. And we can talk to these guys. Nope, okay. Nothing new there. Well, let's have lunch with one of them real quick and then get moving, because we're spending a lot of time just reading here and not exploring. Okay, Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue, her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. It seems to you that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood, on scented water. Another chop, Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. Oh, okay. We've gained terror. Wary, terror, tail, terror. gain some supplies. Got rid of the hunger. Uh-oh. Gods of the Z, Salt's attention. Okay, got some stuff from that, but let's get out of this. Low Barnet, we'll establish an abyss. We need to go north for the these guys. Tomb colonies. Sell them there. Whoops. We can just jettison cargo. That wouldn't be nice. Alright, let's launch. And just keep going. Let's go a little farther east as we go north. Let's see what's this way. And I could be reading so much more. There's so much more to learn about this game. But I don't want to just spend the time with one character. Terror. When you see green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark, and your crew's terror will increase. Watch the pips on the terror indicator. It increases faster when you're far from land. Don't let it reach 100. Your prow light can be turned on or off. Leaving it on reduces the rate at which you gain terror, but makes you more visible to enemies. So we need to cut back close to land before too much longer. Oh man, we're headed straight for land. I just want to know what this is. L is the shortcut for light. Okay. Whoa, okay, hold on. Fragments. You have received fragments when you discover new places. Acquire enough of them and you'll gain a secret. You can use secrets to improve your captain's skills by talking to officers or for some key stories. Okay. Battle. I definitely don't want to battle. Davies Bay. Well, we'll just stay close to land here. We need to find a good port for to buy more fuel. We've burned through 3 of our 10 already. I think. Boop, boop, boop. Hold. Yes. That was 10. We're now down to 7. Dang it. Carissa Point. We've earned a lot of fragments. Might be a dock over there. I'm guessing that's supposed to represent like a lighthouse. That's all I can think of. Oh, there's a dock right here. And, okay. Something awaits you in port. Let's go check out this port. So, glean another 100 to gain a secret. Oh, okay. This is interesting. I actually really like this. This is something I could see myself spending more time doing. An absent friend. Okay, so it's something about our tomb colonies. It is everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly, but there's something missing. Please, bring her to me. She went off to the Mangrove College. She needed to go off, get out of London. But Vanderbilt is just as safe as the college. And I'll wager she's bored of mud by now. Okay, bring a shady sort to Vanderbilt from the Mangrove College. You've lost one tomb colonist. Okay. I don't really know what we did there. Sure. Explore. Yeah. 3 abandoned. 52% chance of success. Oof. To allay their fears. A high-risk challenge. Take it, but reward the Zailer. Leave it. Okay, hold on. I should read this top part. Here, as Zailer shouts, there's something nestled in the mossy crook of a great-leafed tree. A wooden serpent, lacquered with black, red, and yellow. Its eyes are garnet flakes. That'd fetch a good price at the bazaar, the Zailer observes, but it has a cursy look, points out another. Okay, so we can leave it, take it away, or take it and reward. So if we had a magician character, interesting. Let's a 52% chance. I think I'm gonna go for it. You have an idea what the thing is. You put it on the shelf next to your antique sextant, but the ruddy glitter of its eyes gives you the creeps. Eventually, you leave a hat on top so you don't have to look at it. Meanwhile, two sailors complain that they're dreaming of hungry jungles. So we failed the challenge, so gained a bunch of terror. But we gained an outlandish artifact. So our terror is getting kind of high here. Terror of 12. Wonder what we can do to drop terror. Anyway, let's visit the shops. We can buy fuel for 20. Recent news. Supplies. We need the supplies. Let's buy one fuel. London's currency is the Echo. To earn money, explore the map and bring back port reports and treasures. You can trade too, but exploration and stories are much more profitable. Oh. I have to remember how to do that. But... oh, we can sell news right here. Okay. So we can earn... I thought I was going to be paying 10 echoes. There we go. So we did that at the Hollow Temple. And might as well buy another fuel. Okay, so we can't do that yet. Let's gossip, because we'll get some news. Okay. Which does us nothing here. I'm starting to skip a lot of the reading again, because, well, this game's running... I honestly thought this was going to be a short video, but it looks like we'll be doing a full hour video for everybody here. And definitely a whole lot of other information I could be learning about. But let's run to the first curator. Gives audience. Okay, responsible for the preservation of tomb colonies. Cool. Okay, so we can listen to a whispered request. Ask about the Grand Sanatorium. Accept the commission. Ugh, no, we're not going to do that. Hold on. No more light. Stewart cautions you. The curator's terrible, afraid of moths. He opens the door and steps into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamp lighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well. Sure, okay. So we have to find colors. Let's go ahead and ask about the Grand Sanatorium. We've been, need an end. It's a place for them to find an end. Alright. I think we've done everything we can here. Depart for now. Okay. Yep, so we've checked everything else out. Let's get out of here. And I don't know where we're going to head next. But that's half the fun, right? kind of want to see if what happens if we get into a battle. I'm going to stick close to the shore for now, so our... Fed the crew. They was hungry. Discovered Pickett's Bluff. We're going to thread the needle here. I think we keep whatever we discover map-wise. I think if this captain was to die on us, that would transport to the map transfers over to the next captain we have. I think, because it says knowledge gained is transferred. Terror's still at 12. There's probably going to be events and stuff that can drop that. So it's cold where we're at now. Bunch of bats over there. Sensors, arch. What if there's a... Oh, there's a dock up here. Somewhere? Just trying to pause. I don't know what happened. We're in combat. Okay. You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Okay. Keep the enemy in range while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your prow light. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew makes progress towards a firing solution. Okay, it looked like they were over there. Lifeberg? Okay, your fire solution is ready. To attack your opponent, click on the deck weapon. Okay. This thing is strong. I think it's runaway time. Maybe? Whoops. Jeez. We hardly did any damage to it. That's what I'm worried about. Oh, I'm staying too close to it. I'm staying too close to it. I need to make more distance here. It keeps coming in to ram us. Fed the crew. Oh, I don't know. This is taking a long time, and I'm hardly damaging it, so we're gonna run away. Let's look at the map. Dock. I'm trying to find where the next dock is. We may have to try to slip by this thing, shoot it a few times as we go. Don't hit us, don't hit us. Yeah, we're just gonna run away. There's no way we're gonna win that fight, and we're burning through a lot of fuel. Yeah, terror's high. Oh, jeez. It almost got us. Can we go underneath that? Yeah, we can go underneath this. Hopefully this will help us lose it. Yeah, we'll get to this dock up here. Okay. I claimed all clear. I saw I could do that. Seemed like a good idea. Oh shoot, there's another one. We are in the wrong place. Yeah, we're gonna dock and run away from that fight. Okay. Explore the town, sure. We gained Storm's attention this time. Interesting. Let's gather some intelligence. Report post Wither. Okay, can't do that. Let's jump to the shops, see what we can sell. it costs the stories instead of echoes here. Interesting. And I can't. They don't want anything other than my supplies. Joy! We're definitely going to be running away from this place. Okay. Oh yeah, we're supposed to be going somewhere. I totally forgot about that. We want to go to... journal, acquaintance, miscellaneous. I'm trying to remember where to take the guy. Memories, quality lodgings, Tomb-colonists, ambition. Nope. Okay. Memoirs, Tomb-colonists, ambition, find your father's bones and then retire. Storm's attention, Salt's attention, a cold trail, fate of needle. Oh, that's what it is. Bound for Station 3. Station 3. Let's look at our map real quick, see if we have found... Oh, we're in the very top corner of the map. We will be definitely coming back down. All right, see if... And we picked him up from London, so I'm assuming... That's not Station 3, is it? No. Okay, so really that's where we need to be going. So let's get back out of here. Start heading back south, avoiding these lifebergs. Dang it, didn't avoid it well enough apparently. I think there was a full power option that we can do with F. So we burn more fuel, I'm sure, and alright. Nah, it's just a way to get to full speed quicker if we need to. I wanted to explore this way. We'll do it. Kind of do it like this. Yeah, we're getting terror. I know. No, we do run faster if I hit F. Oh, juice. Oh, I just burned through some fuel on accident. I was hoping that would count as close to shore and get rid of some of our terror. But that's okay. I wanted map. Didn't I hit map? Oh, fallen stone. It's a event happened. Just happened to be while I was hitting a button. Now and then, rocky fragments fall from the roof of the Neath. The decks of older ships are pocked with scars. The sound is one no landlubber knows, and no sailor will ever forget. This one has smashed the glass of a deck binnacle. Ill omen, one sailor cries. The god in the roof, storm, is angry. So we'll sacrifice one of our 3 supplies. Sure, why not? Wary. We gained terror. Come on. Okay, we're here. Haven't revealed any more of the map yet. But we need to find some land soon. But I don't want to cut back to places we've already been. I'm going to have to, though. We need to get our terror down. Spiked with light from the roof. Cool. Oh, whoops. We were still in combat mode. How we doing here? Alright, I need to cut more westward. Light's toggled with L. Okay. Cool, cool. We're no longer getting terror. Oh, something waits us at the next dock. Fuel. Fuel is low. Before, okay. Where is the nearest dock? That one, Vanderbright, but I've already been there. We'll just keep going south. Ooh, I don't like this fog that we're headed straight into. I don't know. No, because there's no shops at Hunter's Keep. I'm gonna cut back over to Vanderbright. I know we can buy fuel there because we did buy some already, and I should be able to sell some of the news and some of the stuff I found. And this area, we're getting no terror. Up to 15 terror. Sluggish wave, the ship pitches. Bat swarm. Probably have to fight that as we're leaving here. But let's see here. Okay, nothing I can sell. Crap. But we can at least, whoops, buy more fuel. We need more supplies too. Oh, jeez. I was trying. They enjoyed playing with the little guy. That was cool. Okay. Well, nothing else I can do, and I'm out of money. So, we will leave here. What? Yes, I know. We're low on supplies. Ah, oh, jeez. Oh, because time is still going while I'm just sitting here. Ah, oh, jeez. All right, well, let's launch and see about fighting these bats if we have to. Though they seem to have flown off. We're gonna try... Yeah, we're just gonna try going south. Kind of backtrack a little bit. Explore some of the map down this way that we missed before. But I'm about to wrap this up. It's a slow-paced game. I don't want to spend more than an hour on this, though. It's already, for a slow-paced game, that's already probably more time than I should have devoted to this game. And I don't want to cut anything out. But we'll get a little farther here, play a couple more minutes, see what happens. Most likely, though, I'm just going to end up out of food. I think I can move that. Nope. It's like maybe make them delay when they'll eat next. Well, we discovered something. Prick finger wastes. So all of this is happening underground. Because like a calamity has come on the surface. Swarms of bats, apparently. If I remember correctly. Low Barnett, a sunken city. I didn't notice that before. I was so confused by what was going on with the map. Watching for the lights of London. I think we can let our crew rest and stuff here by coming back to London. So, and that might get rid of some of this terror. So we'll stop here at the docks. Hopefully some of the news and stuff I did gather will allow us to get some more points so we can buy some more resources and get some more fuel. So we're just about out. Yep, just fed the crew our last bit of food. Fallen London. And dock. An inspection by the Ministry of Public Decency. Sure. Nothing more dangerous than moldy ship's biscuits. Okay. Oh, we have a message. Has something has changed in the Neath. As he will change you and London. Okay. Someone wants to sign on. Cool. You now have one of this. Another day, a free evening. Okay. Okay. Before we get into any of that, let's see what we can do. Might have to just sell that book. Can't do any of that. We can sell our gun. Definitely not going to do that. Not going to sell our engine. Man, we can't sell anything. Which means we can't buy anything, which means we can't get anywhere. So, I've somehow greatly screwed up. And I don't even know how. Maybe one of these stories we can learn more. Oh, here we are, actually. Outlandish artifact. We do have an outlandish artifact. 150 echoes. Sweet. Okay. A little gift. Very fine evening to you, Captain. Okay. Would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account of he is so fond of the captains. Dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Who's this patron? Is there a catch? Okay. No obligation to speak of. Or might remember him kindly. Okay. I mean, sure. So we just got given 10 fuel and 5 supplies. And accepted the proposal. So, we have a... Oh! We're considered as doing something criminal. Whatever. Let's check our lodgings, read the paper. Oh, hey, we gained supplies by doing that. Promotional coupon. Ha, sweet. And we've lost some terror by doing that. Okay, yeah, we'll rest too. And we lost another terror. Restful night. We lose 10 echoes by doing that. But that was definitely worth it. Nice. Okay. We're doing a lot better. Plenty of fuel. Let's see what this. Increases hearts and iron. Specialize in amputations. It's easy to acquire unwanted appendages at Z. So we'll hire her for 30 echoes. And then we can switch him to something else, I guess. Okay. Okay, so page, heart, a doctor aboard. Heart, ooh, way more hearts. So we're going to reassign him to first. Oh, he can only go there. All right. Let's do that. We need to get people who actually can help us out here, like fill these other roles. But that's okay. Okay. So this is one way. Let's ask if they need anything in particular from the iron and okay. So we need to find out about the Iron and Misery Company funging station. Let's talk to them about Vendor Bright. 10 echoes. Gain some favor. And we gain fuel. Let's talk to them about Wither. 20 echoes. Favor. And more fuel. Sure. Dang it. We don't have enough influence or something there. Okay. Go. Sweet. Let's go visit the university. Okay. Don't really know what we did there. Oh, the alarming scholar. Locked, 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 locked. Okay, we can't do anything with them there, so we'll just leave. Pretty good odds, 80% chance of success. Reduce our terror. Okay. 10 echoes. Sure. You were fortunate. Lost 5 terror. Sweet. And we lost 30 echoes. We got recent news, though. Okay. So we are done with the... we've can't do any more free roaming. Okay. So we can... You have 8 crew. We could hire 1 more crew. That's fine. And I know it didn't end really much on a high note, but... What does the Foxfire candle do? Nice way to... Oh, geez. We definitely don't want to kill ourselves. Tempted to... Tempted to buy some stuff that might help us. $100 would leave us with 10. Sure. All right. Now I've already gone and exceeded the amount of time I expected on this game, but I hope you guys enjoyed checking out if it's Is It Epic for Sunless Sea. Definitely interesting story. I look forward to playing this more in my downtime. Definitely not one I will call epic. It's good. Something I can see myself really enjoying and spending a lot of time in, but definitely not one I would ever consider returning to the channel with. But if you guys liked it and are interested in it, again, the link will be down in the description. And like, subscribe, and comment. That does always help me out. Lets me know what you're thinking. And as I've been told, comments do help spread my videos to other potential viewers. So if you want other people to see what's going on, definitely at least say hi or something down below. But in the meantime, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.